Hello everybody and welcome to the Quilt Show. It's our favorite time of the year when we get to roll out our New Year's block of the month. This year's BOM is designed by fan favorite Becky Goldsmith, and you never have to roll the dice when Becky's involved. Becky is backgammon to the show to show us some tips and tricks on how to put together certain elements of this beautiful quilt. Plus, be sure to check her out while you might want to add the AQS Quilt Week on your scorecard this year. Stick around everybody, today's show is a winner. Game on. And now, your hosts for the Quilt Show, Alex Anderson and Ricky Timms.
Welcome everyone, it's that time of year again.
It is so fun when we get to launch our BOM, but we are coming to you from Louisville, Kentucky, where we're actually going to be for the next several episodes.
That's right, and we also made a field trip to Paducah. Got a bunch of great field pieces that you're going to want to see. If you've been there, you'll go, oh, I remember. And if you haven't been there, you're going, oh man, I got to go.
Well, you know what we got to do yesterday? It just coincided with the fact that the Kentucky State Fair was going, and Alex and I took a little stroll through the fair. We saw quilts.
Food.
Absolutely. We saw a few animals, and this was all thanks to a quilter. Her name was Pamela, and she guided us through the fair. It was great.
And you really took the ultimate challenge.
I did. I had a deep fried Snicker for the first time. So,
wow.
Well, let's get on with the show.
Gross.
All right? Yeah, absolutely.
Now it is time for fun, and I'm so excited to introduce this year's BOM maker. Now she's done it before.
Right. Mm-hmm. And she's beloved.
Beloved. She's
been on the Quilt Show 5 times.
Please welcome Becky Goldsmith.
Yay!
Yay, Becky! Woohoo!
I'm happy to be back.
We are so grateful for you spending time working on the BOM this year, and it is going to be a winner.
Thank you. I think it's a winner already.
Yes.
Okay, so this is interesting to me. I mean, I love your quilts. I love everything about your quilts, and we're going to see some new quilts of Becky's besides the BOM. But people that would go by your sewing space would go,
I want that one. I want that one that you're making right now. Everybody wanted it.
All right. So the name of the quilt is
Game On.
Game On. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, let's take a look at it because people want to see it. So
Okay,
let's take a
okay.
look at it so they can kind of get the wow factor. Yeah, I just love that.
That's the reaction I want, that deep sigh. Because what I look for in a quilt, I want people to see it, like it, stop, and look longer.
right. And there's a lot of crazy, wonderful things going on. It's not like you see it at one shot.
You don't.
Right,
No.
right.
This is called
Game On.
right?
Now, how did you come to this idea? Because you're not a game player.
No, I am not a game player, except for Wordle.
Okay.
Wordle connections and strands, and that's it. No, I was at a folk art museum in New York City in November of 24, and there was an exhibit of antique vintage game boards. And they called to me. I looked at them and thought, those should be immortalized in some way in a quilt. There was one game board in particular that became the center medallion for this quilt.
It is fantastic. As a
I
matter of fact,
never-
all of them are. All of those board games
right,
are
I've
just
never- I
amazingly
didn't even
crafted.
know.
Well,
okay.
if you think about it, back in the day when those game boards were made, it was some guy working, making money, gambling games, hand painting those games. And the one that I chose for this center medallion, I don't even know what kind of game it is. It's some weird game.
You can figure that out. You and Shelley are game players.
Sort that out. I don't even know.
The first one we saw was solids. This is done in prints.
It's done in prints. Now, the reason is because I knew that the solid quilt would need to be quilted by someone other than me.
And it is?
And it is. Lauren
Volchek.
Volchek quilted the one on solids, and the quilting is pristine and it shows. It's amazing.
Right.
My quilting is not that good. It's good.
I'll take it.
But you
It
quilted,
holds the stuff together.
yeah, you
It's-
quilted the
I
printed one,
quilted
right?
the printed
Printed
one.
one,
Yeah,
right.
because I knew that the quilting itself would not show that much. And so for me, the solid version is more of a wall quilt. It's really graphic. It really needs to be hung. The print, I expect to use.
Snuggle.
Okay,
Yeah.
which is your favorite?
The favorite is the solid.
Okay.
But I also love the print because it's got all these prints that I held
Yeah.
on to for years, and it's so tactile. And which did I enjoy making more? I enjoyed making the prints more.
Interesting.
Oh, that's really, really interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I like prints.
Well, we're going to be spending a lot of time with the BOM, but we want to look at some of the other quilts that you brought with us today.
Okie
for us
dokie.
today, okay?
And this one?
That one is circular momentum. And the game, okay, so when I think about game playing, since I don't really play games that much, I think about instead the challenge. So each quilt that I make brings its own challenge to me. So here, I wanted an explosion of circles. Those are all needle turned.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, those are all needle turned.
Well
That's
done.
needle turned hand applique.
Like those circles?
And yeah, all of them. And it was supposed to go in a Christmas book, and at the time I was so over all Christmas motifs. So this is marginally winter.
Okay.
Right.
Snowstorm. But the fun part on that one is the way the size of the circles expands into the border to take that feeling outward. That was the challenge.
It's wonderfully playful.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this one?
This quilt is called TikTok, and it's because of the focus fabric in the center. And my challenge when I made this quilt,
Your game?
my game, I didn't use rulers anywhere when I made it. There's no rulers. I started with the idea of each block, and I hand cut each piece. No templates, no nothing. I
Yay.
just did them. And they're appliqued, and the backgrounds are pieced, improvisationally pieced. But I even cut the blocks by hand with no ruler and
I
set
love
the thing
it.
I
together.
can't believe
I love
it.
it.
I
Yeah.
can't
So while it
believe
looks linear, really balanced, I
Yeah.
didn't even square it up with a ruler.
Was
That's
that fun for you?
fabulous.
Was that a fun
I
game?
love it.
Okay.
I love it. I would do it more often, and I may do it more often.
Okay.
All right, this next one.
Oh, that's Birds in Toyland. Now, the game here is that Linda Jenkins, who's, my partner, has been my partner for many years. She's retired now. But she wanted to make something happy for Christmas that had birds.
Okay.
So really the game was making a quilt that Linda liked, and it made her happy.
great,
Designing
though.
the blocks that she liked. So she made one on dark blues. I made one that had more wool, and this is the second version that I did that's almost all needle turned.
I
Wow.
love that. It's
Thank you.
fabulous.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And I know we've got more, so take a look at this one.
Birds, birds,
Oh,
birds.
this one. This was a block of the month that I did on my website. It's called Steve's Birds. My husband is Steve.
Okay.
He chose the birds. He's a biologist. He teaches at a small college in Sherman, Texas called Austin College. Anyway, he chose the birds. Some of the photographs are ones he took. And I decided I wanted it really active fabrics. And then I had to make the birds show up on the active fabrics.
That's the
Right.
challenge.
And
Right.
then I had to make those blocks fit together.
Right.
There's the next
Yeah.
piece, right?
That was the game, because you'll notice there's some weird sashing in there. The coping strips
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you, for the last 3 years, have done BOMs
on my website.
Is that one of them?
That's
then?
one of
Okay.
them. Yeah, that was.
Can people access those now?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If you just go to pieceofcake.com, they're there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I love
Yeah.
this. I've seen this quilt, Becky. Where
yeah.
have I seen it?
This is Everyday Best, and it was in Quilts with a Spin.
Okay.
I think I love circular designs. I just love them, and it's foundation paper pieced, concentric. Each block is made as a wedge, making it work. But the game was to use every polka dot fabric I owned, and then to get the colors arranged so that they looked nice. And it worked. I didn't intend when I started to have the little L pieces to the
Right,
outside,
right.
to have the lights in the middle and the darks to the outside, but
You played with it.
Yeah, played with it on
Yeah,
the
it
wall.
happened. So here's the thing. I love your quilts because A, they're very accessible to quilters, all quilters. They're sophisticated. They're always elegantly designed,
Playful.
and playful. I just really love what you bring to the quilting industry. So to
you.
have you this year for our BOM designer is just really exciting. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I am excited to be here.
Well, we've got some excitement for you because if you are game to take on the Game On quilt with Becky, you're going to be a winner learning how to do that center medallion. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. We're here today with 2026 BOM designer Becky Goldsmith. I'm on deck, you're at bat,
I'm so
and you're going to hit it out of the park right now.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, I understand that there are obviously various months, but let's take a look at the quilt and just give everybody an idea of where month 1 is. Just give them that.
Month 1 are the horizontal and vertical points.
So these wedges
Those
right
wedges.
here, okay? Month 2
are the 4 corner wedges.
Okay, so this area in general. Month 3.
Month 3 is where the appliqué comes in, and it's the appliqué that goes on the brown center that gets set in after you've done this.
That's going to be a real fun thing.
It's exciting. There are videos and how-tos. And also with this center circle, it's the appliqué for the corner
those.
circles.
And so for our demo today, we're going to be spending time on just how you get those appliqué circles done. So let's get started. Now, I know you did say set in appliqué, but it really is that block that's going to ultimately get set in, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. But where do we get started with this?
Well, for month 3, you've got to get the appliqué going. The center circle begins with a pieced square.
Okay, in
Oh,
which
it's
one
this
of these?
pattern.
All
Let's
right, so
look.
let's take a look at it so that everybody can see.
All right. So this circle is pieced first.
4 pieces.
4
Like
pieces.
a 4-patch.
And then you trace around it, cut it out, applique that circle to a square of white.
Okay, and that's what we've got going on here.
That's what you've got going here.
All right.
And then that completed circle is sewn to the
brown.
background that gets set into the center of the medallion.
Okay, all right, very good. All right, so there are some tricks to this
Yes,
that
yes,
you have
there
now
are.
solved all the problems.
Oh, yes, so much. So if we pull over the template page, all right, notice that the solid lines here, well, I'm going to tell you, they correspond to the pieced lines in
right.
the
So
square.
let's do that. Yeah.
They correspond to these pieced lines.
Okay.
And it's really important to get this precisely placed in the center of that square and also in the center of the brown background fabric, because if it's off,
Okay.
it's bad. Just trust me, it's bad.
Okay.
All right, so this is the page that they make templates from. And then you would take your pieced square and your template,
All right.
line up those solid lines.
North, south, east, and west.
North, well,
Well, it isn't either. It's,
That's
it's the axis, diagonals.
exactly. The dashed lines correspond to north, south, east,
Yeah. Okay.
and west.
All right.
Now you might say it's just a circle. Does it matter?
Becky, it's just a circle. Does it matter?
It does to me. It matters deeply to me, and I think somewhere along the line it matters to everybody.
Yeah.
So I've got this placed on my sandboard. I'm going to move that one
This is
out of the
great.
way. I love them. And what the sandboard does is keep the fabric from shifting as you trace around the template.
Where do you get a sandboard?
Well, I sell them on my website.
All right. Well, go to Becky's website, you guys.
Yeah,
I think I'll be heading there very quickly.
I suppose you could make a sandboard, but honestly, it's just as easy to buy one. That way, you get it with the right grit of sandpaper already attached.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know how much of this you need to see
Well,
me
how
draw.
much do you need to show us? Let's see what it looks like.
Okay, well, there
There it
you
is.
go. You
Okay.
want to make sure that you make lines you can see.
Okay.
It's really important. Those lines get turned to the back when you applique anyway.
Sure. Okay.
So, there we go.
Right.
There it is, traced and cut out. Now I'm going to move this aside and open up the next layer.
Now you, size of square, folded into fours.
Folded and pressed. You
Yeah.
want that pressed in grid because then you take this template and position,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And then you trace around this. This
Now,
will,
this is a different pencil.
yes it is, because you can't see white chalk
Yeah, okay.
on white fabric.
Tell me about that pencil.
Oh, this is my favorite pencil. It's made by Blackwing. It's not technically a quilter's pencil. These are very fine, wonderful graphite pencils.
Do you know if it's softer than most, or?
You can get softer leads, but I much prefer the harder leads. This one is a, let me see here, it says 602.
Okay.
It's a Blackwing 602, but there are other firmer ones, and they've got, I carry these on my website. They've got some really sweet pencil sharpeners. So yeah, you have to use a pencil sharpener. It's not like a mechanical pencil, but
All right.
but they're nice.
It looks really nice,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love them. All right, next thing you would do, so I've got that traced.
All right.
I'm going to set that somewhere. So here we go. I've got this ready to put onto there with very specific language. I'm going to hand applique, so I would finger press, being sure I turn the seam allowance to the back.
Right.
Just like that. And I would go all the way around. And yes,
Okay.
it's, you know, there's seams, but you deal with what you've
that's
got. Anyway,
fine.
I would
Yeah,
finger
yeah.
press the
Okay.
whole thing. And then somewhere here, yes, somewhere here, I have the overlay for this.
Now, where do you get the overlay material?
It's vinyl.
All right.
And it's possible you all have this.
Okay.
You know, on your website. I carry it on my website, a clear vinyl.
Okay.
In a real pinch. Let's say you live somewhere where you can't get the vinyl or something. A clear shower curtain liner.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's not
There's-
great,
yeah.
but you know, vinyl, something heavier than a plastic bag. So I'm looking at this and lining up the horizontal and vertical center grid. And I'm doing this on top of the sandpaper for a
Okay,
reason.
yeah.
It keeps that underneath fabric from moving as I position this.
I'm really falling in
underneath.
love with that sandpaper table you got there.
I can't believe you don't have one.
I know, I can't either.
I seriously can't. And then, now I'm good at this,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So I made that look really easy. But, you know, if you have not used this technique before, focus on getting like one area down and then maneuver the rest
flexing
of it with whatever
You've used your
tools.
pencils, but a stiletto, anything that will allow you to get in there and slightly move it. Yeah, sure. Okay.
So, and now I always pre-wash my fabric for a variety of reasons, but one thing right here that's helpful is that it's raised the grain of the fabric.
Right.
So that when I pull this off, I don't have to worry about that shifting. It's
Right.
really not going to
It
go
grabs
anywhere.
itself. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have not pre-washed your fabric, you're going to need to be more careful when you take
right.
that off because the fabrics will move against
Well,
each
maybe
other.
if they didn't pre-wash their fabric, could they just slightly just put a dab of glue stick or something to hold it? I mean,
I
they got to
suppose they-
figure out something.
They could.
Yeah.
Dab a glue if it makes you happy, or just be careful when you lift it up.
Okay.
And then I would pin,
Okay.
just small pins around a 1/4 of an inch inside the line so that you can turn under the seam allowance and applique it in place.
All right.
And I would say people use the applique method that suits you.
Sure.
Like if you really want to machine quilt this or machine applique it, sure.
Fine.
Fine,
Absolutely.
do that.
Sure.
Or whatever method works for you.
Okay.
I show you the
Yeah,
method
that you're using.
That's what I do. All right, so then I would applique this in place. I'm going to move this
And
aside.
The good news is just da-da-da-da-da-da.
Like magic.
You did one.
Oh,
right?
there's one ready. Now, then you cut this out.
All right, and I want to see you do that because we were discussing how big is your seam allowance. So go ahead and cut and tell us about that.
The seam allowance is smaller than 1/4 of an inch for needle turn hand applique. Now
Okay.
again, it may vary depending on your technique.
But bigger than an eighth.
Bigger than an eighth. So there is a sweet spot, 3/16 of an inch. Now I am leaning over a table, holding this forward,
Yeah.
I'm getting, like I may be
You're
veering a
doing
little
just
bit
fine.
small
Yeah, but
because it's not my normal thing, but
you've got the line.
But I've
You've
got
the line.
You follow the line.
Yeah.
So you just real gentle, like take your time. This is not a race.
All right.
So real gentle, like
Da-da-da-da-da.
ta-da. Now
Right.
you can also turn this over, and because you're stitching this off the block, you can trim away that white fabric
Sure.
from behind if
and
you want
reduce
to.
some of the background.
You can, and I'm sure I did on that one. And I can.
Get it started.
I'll
for
get
us.
it started.
Yeah, get it started
now.
for
Here's the
us.
thing, folks. Just be real careful not to
Seriously, this is
not
like a
to-
lot of
you
work
know,
and boom, boom, boom.
I am aware of how the point of my scissors work here.
I would say that would be a foul ball if you did that. It might even be a strikeout. Because you have to start all over, right?
Yeah. So you would trim away the back.
Very good.
You've got
All
that.
right,
Now-
So now we've got to get that onto.
Onto this.
Now here's a really good thing. I know we're doing this, on the front of the season, but you're going to be even a little more in depth with this on the videos that are coming out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is the only applique in the quilt.
That's great.
These circles and it's easy applique.
Yeah, it
nice
is.
big curves,
Yep.
easy as can be. So the background fabric here is pressed in half horizontally and vertically. You would finger press this. And you can use the overlay to position this, or you can actually, you want to make sure you get
Right.
that turned right. You can use the pressed in grid on both the white circle and the brown.
That's great.
Pin
and
it.
you've got that, so you'll pin it, applique that, and it's perfectly
And it's-
ready.
And you can turn this over and trim away the brown fabric from behind that as well.
Absolutely
Same,
great.
same.
All right, now I know that with those 4 corner circles, which is what we're looking at here, that you've got a little method because you said getting these positioned can be a little challenging.
Yes.
And I know you're going to cover that more in depth, but just take the vinyl over
Mm-hmm.
and show us how that might fit on the quilt.
All right. So what you will do, there's a pattern. It's part of the pattern, has all these extra lines on it that correspond to the seam lines
Okay.
in the back.
Right.
So you get the overlay in position with the seam lines.
And then that allows you
And-
to put this in place. Right where it needs
Exactly.
to go. So it's not cantywampus.
Right. Because, I mean, it depends on how folk art you want it. If you want to eyeball that and let the circles be sort of, okay, sure, do that.
Sure.
But
yeah.
if you want them to match precisely in the corners, this
Yeah,
is how
this
you
is
do
the
it.
way to do
now,
it.
One
All
other
right.
thing. Wait a second. I want to show
sorry.
you one. No,
Okay.
that's okay. I
No,
didn't
no,
tell
no.
you before. I covered up the point on
Yeah.
purpose.
Well, why not? There's a lot of seams coming together there. So
Yes.
those are the little secrets, that we do. What I wanted to say is that you have now made this BOM to be flexible.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Oh, it's so much fun. All right. So all of the blocks are divisible by 3 inches. So they're either 3 inches or 6 inches. As you build out from the center, you can mix them up. Like where I put each individual block was where I wanted to put it. But everybody is making their own quilt. They can mix and match to make their own game board.
And that, I think, is one of the funnest things because you guys will be able to do something totally different. Last but not least, I just want to look at the overlay of this or the line drawing of the quilt.
And this is my actual one that I drew on and left myself some notes. When I started the first one, I didn't know what color was going to be next. It was a challenge. It was the game. That was the game for me, was figuring out how I wanted to lay this out. So I left myself a map and I built it. And as I went on my computer, I colored it in. So everybody will have a blank and a color.
But you can get your colored pencils out and create
And
your own
create
colors,
your
too,
own, exactly.
Because they don't have to be exactly like yours.
Exactly.
I think that's awesome. Wow, I'm so excited. Well, the leaderboard says you're the winner right now.
Thank you.
And Alex is going to be coming up to play with you next. And she's going to do some weird trimming with freezer paper, or paper piecing, actually,
it's-
paper piecing.
It'll make sense when I show it.
Okay, well, then you have to come back to see how it's going to make sense. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Becky, you are going to be talking about how you do foundation paper piecing because it can get a little woo for people. And in this quilt, again, there's regular piecing, foundation, applique, all of your skills are going to be game on, right?
Yes.
So let's take a look at this quilt. This is the print one, all
Yes.
right? And tell us a little bit about how you can shuffle this to make your own game.
Okay, so the borders for months 4, 5, 6, and 7
Are these guys?
are this, and then this, and this, and this. Some of it is foundation paper piecing, some is straight up piecing.
Okay.
Now, with each one of these comes a corner block. You're not there yet to set it in, but there's a corner block with each one.
And they're all different.
And they're all different. And the reason I broke it up that way is because the next step will be the middle borders on each of the 4 sides. These are the same size blocks. So people can set up their game board to suit themselves. If they happen to like this block better than this block, or they want to mix some of these blocks down inside,
Just do it.
just do it. There's options for redesigning your game board.
I cannot wait to see what everybody does.
I know.
So we're going to talk about foundation paper piecing here, and then this guy.
Yeah, this one's a little weirder, but good. It's good.
Yeah. So let's talk about the pattern and what you like to put it on.
Okay, so the pattern for this border is this page, and on the pattern it tells you how many times to copy it on vellum.
Okay.
I like to foundation paper piece on vellum because you can see through it.
Right.
I really like seeing through it.
And this is from C&T.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's good stuff. And it's different from, say, the vellum you might buy in a craft store. It's a lighter weight where...
This is?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's heavier than tracing paper, but lighter than, like, just vellum.
Okay.
And it goes through a copier.
Perfect.
It's the right size. Okay, so to make one of those blocks, oh, and I should say, when you cut the papers out, the way I do it, I want you to cut exactly along that outer seam line. Any line that's dashed on the pattern will be I should turn this around. Every dashed line is a seam edge.
A cut line.
A cut line.
Okay.
Right, and I like to cut my papers out that size.
All right.
To make one block, you've got the square that goes in the number 1 spot, and then your 2 border spots.
The colors are just...
Thank you.
Yes.
That was actually, for me, the biggest part of the game. I mean, it really was, figuring out what colors to put in which spot, because they rainbow around in an interesting way, I think. All right, so this block finishes 3.5 by 3.5. I went ahead and cut the number 1 square 3.5 by 3.5.
Okay.
Because why not? And then you take the paper, turn it upside down, put just, a little dab of glue on the paper.
I've never done that, and makes so much sense.
Well, often when you are doing foundation paper piecing, you cut it all big, and I looked at that and I thought, that's why.
Waste.
Why?
Right.
do that? I mean, it takes more fabric. It's just more effort. Why? Now, this is where I live on the edge. I just do. And other people do not live on the edge, but I live on the edge.
Always, or is this new?
No, pretty much this is the way I've always done it.
Okay.
Where I want to cut that purple fabric is right there, kind of on the dashed line. But I'm folding it back so that I can see more of the dashed line.
Oh my
'cause
gosh, I get it. Okay.
Right? So here you go. You just hold your mouth right and work slow and do that. Now, if you've got an add a seam ruler, you would fold it back on the solid line and you'd add your quarter. Or if you wanted to put a ruler on top of it, okay, but it'll slide around. I just live on the edge and do it that way. And I used to think, well, I can do things my way at home and not show people how I really do it.
They want to know how you do
They
it.
want to know. I mean, we're grown-ups here, right? People can decide for themselves if they want to live on the edge or not. Now, when you foundation paper piece, the wrong side of the fabric goes against the wrong side of the paper.
Now, that doesn't matter in solids, but you get into the print.
It matters.
Big
It matters,
time.
yeah. So this is the
Wrong
right
to wrong.
Yeah, this is the right side of the fabric. I'm going to position this. Now, sometimes I'm careful and sometimes I'm not. So this, once it's sewn, is going to fold that way.
Right.
It's going to press.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. I'm sorry, Becky.
Yeah. I was not careful here.
Okay.
So that purple is going to shadow through.
Do you care?
I don't care.
Okay.
This is one of those things, I just really don't care.
Okay.
If I did care, I would go back with my scissors and trim it.
All right. Okay. I'm with you, girl.
I just don't care. But if you're going to care and you don't want to trim, this is the place you take care of that.
Right.
So once you get this positioned, you can pin it in place, or
Don't glue it.
don't glue it.
Yeah.
Don't glue it. Or you can just live real careful like and take it to your machine and make sure it doesn't move.
Now, a lot of people that do foundation paper piecing have like those little roller things and all that, but you're a press
Thank
person.
you. No, thank you very
I
much.
agree.
I'm going to press it because the minute you roller, it's not crisp enough.
I am with you 100% on that.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, so you would take this to the machine and sew on the solid line. With these papers, you sew on the solid line,
And cut
on the dashed line.
Yeah. Okay.
So once that's sewn, then you would turn it and fold this back and trim
the
it.
other side.
And then once that's sewn in place, you would turn it right side up and use a ruler to cut it 3.5 inches square. And the purple part, the bottom purple part, is the bottom of your square. Let me see if I can get that down. Well, you
Gotcha.
got it.
Trim it to
right?
3.5
Trim
and
it to
don't cut
3.5.
off the tips.
Good
That's in a
enough.
nutshell.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
But
so-
this next one's a little of a mind.
Yeah, you
Boggle.
have to use your brain on this one. All right. This is 3x6 finished. These two mirror each other.
Okay.
And if they were all the same fabrics and if they were all the same colors and all the same fabrics and you sort of mixed them up, it wouldn't make as much difference as it does if you're going from color to color to color. So you have to decide which are the A fabrics and which are the B fabrics.
Okay.
You just do.
Put your brain on.
Put your brain on it.
Something else I want to say too is when you copy it, people, make sure this measures 1 inch by 1 inch.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, you're in trouble.
Oh, and that goes for the
All the way
entire thing.
Yeah.
You've got to get real friendly with your print box on your
Okay.
computer. Never choose fit to print. Always actual size. Always.
Huh. Okay.
Print your papers 100% or full size.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move these over here.
Man, these fabrics.
This is good. Okay, so that's a B block. I'm making an A block.
Okay.
There are 3 of those. I would set them aside, and honestly, what I did when I cut my, I've got that glued down a little bit. When I cut my colored fabrics to go in each one of these, I would put the paper like with the B's and with the A's. I kept them separated on my
It'd be
table.
so easy to mess up.
Oh, been there, done
Really?
that. Yeah, did that already.
Listen to the leader here.
Yeah, so you will cut to begin for shapes 1 and 2, 1A and 2A. 1A is a color.
Okay.
All right, that's that color.
All right.
3 and 4 are easy. They're just strips. They're easy. It's these two that,
Or the bugaboos.
and that's where you begin.
Okay.
So it says in the pattern to cut this 3.5 by whatever size that is. More than 3.5.
Okay.
Okay. What I did was use the glue the same way I did with the purple, and I glued this in place.
All right.
Okay, I did that with one of the A's right there. I'll just set that over there. Now, to foundation paper piece this, under other circumstances, you would cut some giant thing and you'd waste a lot of fabric. And
And people have a problem with that.
I have a problem.
Okay.
So I thought, why can't I make the strip fit that? And then I thought, well, I can. This is what you have to do. You cut your strip, this, whatever shape that is, triangle. You cut your triangles as described in the pattern.
We're talking about this.
We're talking about this. We're talking about that thing right there. 2A. It's
Just
the
to
2A
confirm.
shape.
Okay.
Yes. So there's my 2A strip. I've taken the paper and glued it, glue on the paper right here. Notice that there's excess white around, so I've sort of balanced it. Then you turn this, and there's a line here. It's a different dashed line. See where it says fold to trim shape 2A?
Okay.
I left a message for all the people. And then you fold this. And again, you can use a ruler if you want, or you can be real careful.
I'm looking away.
Yeah,
I'm looking
look
away.
So there's that. Now I've trimmed that shape. Sorry. I've trimmed that shape. I'm going to remove the paper. I just use this as a guide to trim it. Now I'm ready to do this. I'm going to take this. Now I'm trimming for the 1A shape.
Okay.
And for this, that's the seam allowance for 1A. I don't want to cut the seam allowance off. I want to keep that seam allowance. So I'm going to fold that right here.
You have other books with paper piecing in,
Oh,
right?
so many.
And
yeah.
is this how you do it with all of them?
It's how I do it.
Wow. Okay.
I've been doing foundation paper piecing, gosh, for at least 20 years
Wow.
or better.
Okay.
You know, people who know me as an appliquer think I'm really patient.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that
no.
came out so wrong.
I am so not patient. Okay, let me see here. Is this it? No, this is it. See, you have to hold your mouth right because you look at this and you think, yes, that's
right.
how it goes. And then it's going to go off to beyond. It goes like this, which is why with the solid, you can get away with this if you cut it wrong.
Right.
But if it's a print, you've got to remember when you put your paper over it, wrong side down, the right side of the paper towards you. So you would put this here, take it to your machine, sew along the solid line, and I backstitch those. And then I've got that. Here we've got one sewn. Take that, fold it up,
Iron it.
And then
I'm really, yeah.
So like it's weird, but it's not weird, right? It works. Now, the other thing I would do here, because when you trim across here, let me move that out of the way. When you trim across here to get the space to put the 3A shape down, the rectangle, this is going to want to move around. So I would add a little dab of glue here just to hold that fabric in place.
And then this is just,
that's
easy.
That's just trash, right?
Right.
You would fold this back, trim that off, do the next 2 strips. It looks harder than it is.
I know, I can't believe it. You are a magnificent teacher.
Thank you.
You've been here now 5 times. And so if you love what you've seen today, and how could you not, go check out Becky's other shows because you are one of the best teachers I know.
Thank you very much.
Love it, love it. So I can't wait to see what you're coming out with next.
Cool.
And I can't wait to see what you guys all come back with on this BOM. I can't wait.
I know.
Right. So up next, though, we're going to go to the Paducah Quilt Show. It's every year.
Yes.
Usually around in April, right?
Yes, and it's a beautiful show.
And the dogwoods.
It's an amazing show.
The whole town is in gear for it. And what we're going to do is give you an overview, all right? If you've never been, bucket list.
Yeah.
If you have been, you're going to go, yep, that's about what it is, just like that. So you're going to want to stick around for that segment. Also, for After Set, we have a really cool color book that we want you to be aware of, and I think you will be surprised. Both you and I are in it.
Yes, it's a really good book.
Yeah,
it's a really good
book. It's a really good book. And also, this pattern, it's one of the perks. a beam with TQS. So it's been good.
Thank you. It has been good.
On the next quilt show, who here likes hand stitching?
Well, that would be me.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who likes handmade, hand dyeing, and surface design?
Oh, that would be me.
Oh, okay.
Me.
Okay.
Okay, I like that.
Meet textile artist Angie Knowles, who's creating her own fabric in super innovative ways.
And wait till you see her rust dyeing. It's a whole new palette of possibilities.
Plus, when Angie needs a break from her browns and rust tones, see how she switches to color block printing. So much fun, totally doable.
And our very own Alex Anderson is hopping down the bunny trail of dimensional hand stitches.
I'm having so much fun animating critters with stitches that look complicated, but they're not.
Surf's up for surface design and sassy stitches.
Only here at thequiltshow.com.
As we mentioned at the top of the show, we're in Louisville, Kentucky, and just down the road is Paducah, Kentucky, where every year the annual AQS Quilt Week takes place.
It's been going on for decades, and it is a destination for quilters all over the world. When you see this field piece, you're gonna get it.
I would say that the Paducah Quilt Week, it's huge. There's so many quilts to see, so many vendors to see. We are trademarked as Quilt City USA. Everything is quilting. And for one entire week, the entire town is quilting. Quilt Week brings about 34 to 37,000 visitors to the Paducah area.
The entire town embraces the quilter. The population here pretty much doubles when Quilt Show Week happens.
We have 154 workshops, 27 lectures, 14 special events.
This is the mecca of quilting in the world. Look it up. Look it up and Google it.
We open every year with our local band. It's the Paducah Tillman High School Band. They love doing it. It's great. And we have a quilt parade behind them. And we had over 100 quilters.
You are all superheroes. Yes, come on. Yes.
When we open those doors, especially on day one, look out. They just go everywhere. And many of them come year over year and they're with their friends and they've made a plan. And you will see them in matching shirts. It's pretty breathtaking, to be honest.
I love Paducah. It's been coming 30 years.
Quilters consider coming to Paducah a pilgrimage because it's a bucket list event, and some of them save their entire life to come, or they work at their craft for so long to get a quilt accepted at Paducah.
It is amazing. Never thought it would happen, but I'm so happy it did, and I'm so happy my two friends are here to enjoy it with me.
On average, we strive to have 400 contestant quilts, and then we have over 425 special exhibit quilts this year, so over 800 total. Our visitors will see anywhere from traditional quilts to modern quilts to fiber art quilts.
I entered my first quilt in Paducah this year. My first quilt, my first entry, and I got in. I was just surrounded by amazing quilts, and mine is being there, and I'm just proud to myself.
AQS Quilt Week for me, my first time was 1992. I started quilting in 91. I came here and I was gobsmacked. I know a lot of people love to shop and shopping is great, but for me it's about the quilts. I didn't realize humans made such amazing things. The quality and level of quilts that come to this show are as high as it gets. So you're going to see truly the world's best quilts.
I think it's true. You know, we have the coveted dogwood ribbon here. We give ribbons at all of our Quilt Week shows, but only here in Paducah do we give the dogwood ribbon. And it's much sought after by the quilt makers. So Alex Anderson was the MC this year of our award ceremony, and she did a terrific job.
inspired by traditional Scandinavian folk art.
We invite all the quilters who have a quilt entered. They get to go for free, of course, and they are able to bring guests. This year we had over 300 come to the awards ceremony. The fire marshal wouldn't let us have any more. We pay out the most prize money of any quilt show in the US, and Paducah Quilt Week, we give out this year $127,700 to 90 people. If you are amongst the top 6 prizes, we take your quilt for that prize money and then we donate it to the National Quilt Museum here in Paducah, where it can be on display for forever.
I won Best of Show at Paducah, and it's going in the Quilt Museum. It's like the best of the best, and it validates all your effort.
They're in the winner's circle. They each get a chair that's embroidered with their name and the recognition of what they won. And those are for them to keep, but we hope if they're here with us at Paducah Quilt Week that they sit in them a bit and talk to the people who have come here to admire their work.
A whole busload of women from South Dakota came in, and every one of them came through during the day and wanted to hug me and sign things, and I think I'm going to come on the bus with them next year. So
we have over 300 booths and we have almost 200 vendors. I often hear the quilters have saved up either all year long if they come annually, or they've saved for years to come because this is their first visit and they spend. So that's why the vendors love to be here, because they know that the quilters are going to spend their money here in Paducah. So we refer to the pavilion as the bubble. It does look like a big marshmallow landed in the middle of the city. I would say it's 15 plus years ago, Quilt Week got so big that we couldn't fit it in the expo and the convention center. And so they went about purchasing this bubble. It hosts over 100 booths. We run shuttles all throughout the day, and last night, our poor shuttle drivers, they ran 6 shuttles to take people home after 8 p.m. We have over 40 world-class instructors. They've taught worldwide. They come from all over the world to take classes with these instructors.
Welcome to Paducah.
Shortly after the Quilt Week became such a phenomenal here in Paducah, they went about forming a group called the Ambassadors, and we could not do this show without them. They have 90 different stations throughout the city of Paducah. They are at every one of our trolley stops throughout the city. They're making sure that people know where they're going. We just couldn't do it without them. They're phenomenal. The whole city is just embracing these quilters.
We just flew in from Sweden yesterday. Yeah. We're 15 Swedish quilters visiting here. Yeah. Yay!
This year we have 14 countries represented, 13 plus the United States, and we have 44 contestants from 44 states within the United States.
One of the things that you'll see when you come to Paducah is the interaction of strangers. They start exchanging their ideas and their passions, and friendships are made here. And you build this community that will reach outside your experience of Paducah and may last with friends for years to come. But then the fun thing to do, you don't want to miss, at the food court here in Paducah, Boy Scouts serve strawberry shortcake, and it is a tradition.
Look at those strawberries.
So they each year have a food truck where they sell the strawberry shortcake out of. And I'm telling you, I think most of the quilters just have that for lunch sometimes. We also have the Scouts Quilt. So there's a merit in quilting, and we have special exhibits that come from all over the world. Some of those are like the Cherrywood Challenge. This year we have all 225 Cherrywood Challenge quilts, and then we procure some of our own. We worked with Sue Nichols and Pat Holly to have the 2 of us special exhibit, so they can see a range of different techniques in those special exhibits. We started game night last year, and I reached out to Alex, and God bless her, she was willing to give it a whirl. This year we're doing Quilters Feud.
What are your favorite hobbies? Get it. Crochet. Is that
She's willing to do anything, and we love it, and the quilters love it. I can't tell you when it started, but it's over 20 years ago. Ricky Tim started doing a Friday night musical event where he sings, he plays the piano, and it is extremely sought after.
You can't believe it. I'm so happy to meet you. You're lovely. I'm gonna guess you quilt.
All right, I need one more note. Can't play that one again. I'm okay with that. Well, it's not so pretty. But you know, you make lemonade from lemons, all right? That's what we do. So I've got, oh my word, what you've done to me. And, come here, we'll have you stand up now, okay? And I want you to bow because you have just composed the next piece.
It started in the Executive Lodge, I think is what it was called. I think Meredith and Bill Schrader thought maybe we can get, 200 people to come, and they were blown away with the thousands of people they got the first year. So it has grown from something small to, something of this size, which is just boggles my mind. It's fabulous. Bill and Meredith Schrader, they created the stewardship of quilting, and they wanted to make sure that it was, one, awarded, that attention was given to it, and that it could be something that could be seen for year upon year. The Ohio River can sometimes be persnickety, and so there are flood walls throughout the city, and Bill Schrader decided that he wanted them to be beautified, and so he took upon a campaign to get murals painted on them. So some of them are quilting and some of them are not. They tell the history of the city, but people come to see them, and you can actually get a mural walk by the ambassadors.
One of the amazing things about Paducah is that it is an art city right now. When I first started coming, the area close to this, it's called Lower Downtown, was blighted. Many artists have come in and bought these properties. They've created galleries. And I learned that in 2013, this city became a UNESCO Heritage City. And it's that because of the quilt show that has created such an influence that has allowed Paducah to grow into this thriving art community. So what is my favorite thing to do in Paducah? I have to say, it's seeing the quilts. It's going to the National Quilt Museum, which I feel like is holy ground. It's hallowed, it's reverent, it is absolutely spine-chilling, and sometimes it brings people to tears. It is amazing.
The feel of Paducah is kind of interesting. It's homegrown, coupled with excellence worldwide. You put it all together and it's magic.
So we always have our home show here at Paducah Quilt Week, but we put on 4 other shows each year. For our satellite shows, we give out $54,700 in prize money. Each one of those shows is unique. We have a special exhibit from the Villages at Daytona Beach. In Grand Rapids, which is one of my favorite categories, we have the Ultimate Guild Challenge. So guilds from all across the U.S. put forth their best 8 quilts from their challenge, and they compete against each other. We invite quilters to come to any of our Quilt Week shows, but we especially say that at least once in your life, you need to come to Quilt Week Paducah. So check us out at www.americanquilter.com.
Doesn't that feel good watching this?
Yep, I love it.
What's your favorite part?
Of the show?
Yeah.
Well, okay. The quilts,
Right,
always.
right.
My friends, the classes, just the environment, but you gotta have that strawberry shortcake.
The Scouts provide that every year.
Alex, I have been to Paducah every year. It's like my pilgrimage since 1992, except for the 2 years during COVID when it didn't happen.
And this last year, I got to MC the awards. And of course, you do a concert.
It's always fun.
Every Friday night.
Yeah,
well,
but during the show, every since 2015.
Right.
So there's so much to do. If it's not been on your list, definitely put it on your list and go, because once you go, you're probably going to keep coming
You're going to
back.
be hooked.
We want to thank AQS for allowing us to come and bring our cameras.
Invade.
Yeah, we invaded Paducah. We did.
Right.
We also want to thank Becky Goldsmith and all the wonderful work that she's doing for us this year on the Quilt Show with the BOM.
Thanks so much for watching. And remember, it's a new day every day.
Remember, we're not quite done. There's still the after set right after the credits. All right, we have to talk about this book. This is the Quilter's Color Guide. This is assembled by Amy Barrett Daffin. But here's the thing, this amazing book, amazing by the way, you have
Fabulous.
to have it. It has a section in here by Katie Pasquini-Massapus and Joan Wolfram and Jean Wells and Terry Lucas and Christine Barnes. And could we go on and on and on?
Yes,
because there's
yes.
a section in there by Becky Goldsmith and another one by Alex Anderson. You guys,
Beautiful
tell us
book.
about
Beautiful.
this.
It is a book I'm very proud of. And my part of the book concentrates one part of the book on what I call practical color. What are fabrics that you can count on when you cut them up to look the same in little pieces as they do in big pieces. And not every fabric is like that. So for example, if you have something like this stripe, depending on how you cut it, it might look more red or more purple and blue or more yellow and green. And in some quilts, that's great. And in other quilts, it's less so.
Well, that's what's going on
this
here,
is
right?
crazy.
That is
Wonderful.
exactly what's going on here. So these were ladybugs that were in across the fabric stripe in different colors. And the thing is, they're great to use, they're fun to use, they're less predictable. They're less predictable. And as long as you know that going in when you're choosing fabrics, it makes choosing your fabrics easier.
Well, if you wanted a red star, you would have to fussy cut from the red column. But if you wanted a rainbow star, then you cut
You've got it
across,
all.
right?
Or you
Yeah.
can cut like sideways and get multiple colors.
Yeah.
And conversely, almost any of these, whether they're little tiny prints or bigger prints, if you cut up something like this, say, no matter where you get it, it's going to look about the same.
Which do you prefer when you're working, or both?
Well, what I like is mixing up the scale a lot.
I do too.
So when you have a bigger print as opposed to a little print, it opens up a design and gives more room for breadth. So I like the combination. As you can see here, a combination of small, medium, and large prints. And then I throw in the weird stuff because weird stuff is good.
Show me some surefire, easy peasy, you're going to be satisfied fabric. Show me some of those.
Oh, look at this. Look at that combination.
Right.
So if you were going light to dark, you cut
it'll
those
work.
up no matter
Right.
where
And
you
right,
put
right.
them.
On that pile, what might be a problem fabric?
Oh,
What might be a little more, have
well,
a little more concern?
So I've got this thing right here.
Oh, yeah.
See, like this. So you cut squares here and squares here, and let's say
They're
you're
not
trying
go-
to make a 4-patch or a 9
It
You
isn't
got to
gonna
think
read
about
the
it.
same.
You got to think
It's
about
not
it.
going to read the same, but you know, it's big. It's beautiful.
If you're trying to get a color wash or something that's mysterious, maybe this could give you some mystery. But if you're trying to do a hard fact,
9
5
patch.
dark squares
Yeah.
and 4 lighter squares, that's not going to
That's
give it
going
to
to be, unless you want to live on the edge and just have the scariness. Like, if you set this with a black solid and cut those squares.
That might work.
That
Yeah,
could be
yeah, yeah.
fun.
So Alex,
it
what did you
depends.
bring here?
So I'm the opposite of color, okay? way back in the day, I made a neutrals quilt. And I found if you have a problem with value, you're going to learn about value with neutrals quilt.
Yeah.
The other thing I learned is that it's okay, say, you don't have to have everything in this, what would you call this? Taupe?
Yeah, sure.
Taupey.
Yeah.
It's okay to mix grays.
Oh, it's got jacks on.
Game on.
Game on.
And it's okay to mix all these things. I love to throw stripes in. I also want white in it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean a white hunk of fabric.
Use like a sparkle.
Yeah, like here with the jacks, the stripe. And if this makes you uncomfortable, you look for a bridge fabric, meaning it's got it all going on.
Yeah.
And it makes it a whole lot more comfortable to put them together in a quilt. These are fun quilts to make.
They are.
And we're not teaching this book to you today.
right.
We are encouraging you to put this
Two
in
sniglets
your
right there.
library, okay? This is one that you definitely want to have, the Quilter's Color Guide from C&T Publishing. So that's been a fun little learning experience already, and thank you so much, Becky, again, for a fun day.
Thank you so much for having me.
Game on.
Game on.